Question 1. How should drivers adjust their speed and attention when driving through an area with frequent train crossings? A. Increase speed to clear the area quickly. B. Maintain normal speed but pay extra attention to train signals. C. Slow down and prepare to stop if necessary. Answer: C. Slow down and prepare to stop if necessary. In areas with frequent train crossings, drivers should reduce speed and be prepared to stop, ensuring they can do so safely if a train is approaching. Question 2. How do you respond to a yield ahead sign when merging onto a highway? A. Speed up to match the flow of traffic. B. Slow down and wait for a gap in traffic. C. Stop and wait for a gap in traffic. Answer: A. Speed up to match the flow of traffic. When seeing a yield ahead sign, you should prepare to merge by speeding up to match the flow of traffic, yielding to vehicles on the highway. Question 3. What are the safety measures a driver should take when driving through an area with active road work and workers present? A. Increase speed to minimize time in the work zone. B. Maintain normal speed unless otherwise indicated. C. Slow down, obey posted signs, and be prepared to stop. Answer: C. Slow down, obey posted signs, and be prepared to stop. In work zones, it's crucial to reduce speed, follow any temporary signs or signals, and be ready to stop for workers and equipment. Question 4. What does the High Occupancy Vehicle (HOV) fine sign indicate about lane usage? A. Any vehicle can use the HOV lane at any time. B. Only vehicles with the minimum required number of passengers can use the lane. C. The HOV lane is closed. Answer: B. Only vehicles with the minimum required number of passengers can use the lane. The HOV fine sign indicates that there are penalties for using the HOV lane without meeting the occupancy requirements. Question 5. What are the visual cues that indicate it's unsafe to pass on a two-lane road, aside from the Do Not Pass sign? A. Broken yellow line on your side of the road. B. Solid yellow line on your side of the road. C. Both lanes have broken white lines. Answer: B. Solid yellow line on your side of the road. A solid yellow line on your side of the road indicates that it's unsafe to pass because it signals no passing zones due to visibility or other hazards. Question 6. When turning right at an intersection, what are the considerations a driver must take into account if there is a bike lane present? A. Yield to pedestrians but not to bicyclists. B. Check for and yield to both pedestrians and bicyclists. C. Ignore the bike lane, as it does not affect right turns. Answer: B. Check for and yield to both pedestrians and bicyclists. When turning right where a bike lane is present, drivers must check for and yield to any bicyclists in the bike lane, as well as pedestrians crossing the street. Question 7. What is the significance of an amenities available sign on the highway? A. It indicates the presence of rest areas ahead. B. It warns of upcoming highway construction. C. It signals a nearby scenic viewpoint. Answer: A. It indicates the presence of rest areas ahead, including services such as fuel, food, and lodging available at the next exit or rest area. Question 8. What are the steps a driver should follow if they need to stop temporarily in an area where parking is not allowed at any time? A. Park for less than 5 minutes. B. Use hazard lights while stopped. C. Do not stop, regardless of the circumstance. Answer: B. Use hazard lights while stopped. If it's absolutely necessary to stop temporarily in a no parking zone, using your hazard lights can alert other drivers, but generally, stopping should be avoided unless in an emergency. Question 9. During road construction or lane closures, what additional signs might accompany a keep left sign to guide drivers safely? A. Speed limit signs. B. Detour signs. C. Both A and B. Answer: C. both A and B. In construction zones, keep left signs may be accompanied by speed limit signs indicating reduced speeds and detour signs directing drivers around the construction area. Question 10. How do advisory speed limit signs impact driver behavior in areas with sharp curves or steep grades? A. They suggest a maximum speed that is safe in ideal conditions. B. They legally enforce a new speed limit. C. They are for informational purposes only and have no impact. Answer. A. They suggest a maximum speed that is safe in ideal conditions. Advisory speed limit signs provide recommended speed limits for specific road conditions, such as sharp curves or steep grades, to enhance safety. Question 11. When can a driver legally cross over a solid yellow line on the roadway? A. To pass another vehicle when it is safe to do so. B. To make a left turn into a driveway, business, or other street. C. Never under any circumstances. Answer. B. To make a left turn into a driveway, business, or other street. Crossing a solid yellow line is permitted when making a left turn where it is safe and legal to do so. Question 12. Describe the steps a driver should take when the traffic light turns yellow as they approach an intersection. A. Accelerate to clear the intersection quickly. B. Continue at the same speed and prepare to stop. C. Prepare to stop unless it is unsafe to do so. Answer. C. Prepare to stop unless it is unsafe to do so. A yellow light means caution and signals that the light will soon turn red, so drivers should prepare to stop if it is safe. Otherwise, they should proceed with caution if they cannot safely stop. Question 13. What are the consequences of failing to stop for a school bus displaying flashing red lights? A. A warning for the first offense. B. A fine and possible points on your driving record. C. No consequences, as the law varies by state. Answer. B. A fine and possible points on your driving record. Failing to stop for a school bus with flashing red lights is a serious offense that endangers children and can result in fines and points on your driving record. Question 14. How do California's laws address the use of handheld mobile devices while driving? A. Handheld devices may be used for calling but not texting. B. Handheld devices are allowed if the driver is over 18. C. Handheld devices are prohibited for all drivers except for emergency purposes. Answer. C. Handheld devices are prohibited for all drivers except for emergency purposes. California law restricts the use of handheld mobile devices while driving to prevent distractions. Question 15. Under what conditions may you legally drive in a bike lane? A. When overtaking a slower vehicle. B. When preparing to make a right turn. C. Bike lanes should never be entered by motor vehicles. Answer. B. When preparing to make a right turn. In many jurisdictions, drivers are allowed to enter the bike lane within a limited distance from an intersection or driveway where they intend to turn right. Question 16. Explain how to safely navigate a roundabout with multiple exits. A. Always enter the roundabout in the left lane. B. Choose your exit before entering and yield to traffic already in the roundabout. C. Speed up to find a gap in the traffic. Answer. B. Choose your exit before entering and yield to traffic already in the roundabout. It's important to select the appropriate lane for your exit ahead of time and yield to vehicles and cyclists already circulating. Question 17. What actions should be taken if you encounter an emergency vehicle with sirens and lights activated while you're in traffic? A. Follow closely behind the emergency vehicle. B. Move to the right and stop. C. Continue at the same speed. Answer. B. Move to the right and stop. When you see an emergency vehicle with activated sirens and lights, you should safely move to the right side of the road and stop to allow it to pass. Question 18. How does the presence of fog affect the legal requirement for headlight use? A. Headlights must be turned on regardless of the time of day. B. Headlights are only required at night. C. Fog lights must be used instead of headlights. Answer: A. Headlights must be turned on regardless of the time of day. When visibility is reduced due to fog, drivers are required to use their headlights to improve visibility, even during the day. Question 19. Describe the process for making a legal and safe U-turn on a residential street. A. U-turns are always allowed on residential streets. B. Check for signs prohibiting U-turns, signal, and proceed when safe. C. Make the U-turn quickly without signaling. Answer: B. Check for signs prohibiting U-turns, signal, and proceed when safe. It's important to look for any signs that might restrict U-turns, signal your intention, and ensure the maneuver can be completed safely without affecting oncoming traffic. Question 20. What are the requirements for yielding to pedestrians in marked and unmarked crosswalks? A. Yield only in marked crosswalks. B. Yield only when pedestrians are waiting to cross. C. Yield to pedestrians in both marked and unmarked crosswalks. Answer: C. Yield to pedestrians in both marked and unmarked crosswalks. Drivers are required to yield the right-of-way to pedestrians crossing the roadway in any marked or unmarked crosswalk. Question 21. What steps should a driver take when the check engine light comes on while driving? A. Ignore the light until the vehicle's next scheduled maintenance. B. Pull over immediately and turn off the engine. C. Check the vehicle's manual and seek a professional diagnosis soon. Answer: C. Check the vehicle's manual and seek a professional diagnosis soon. The check engine light can indicate a variety of issues, some minor and some serious. It's important to consult the vehicle's manual and get a professional check to avoid potential damage. Question 22. How should motorists react upon encountering a keep left sign when lanes are merging? A. Merge to the right immediately. B. Stay in their lane and keep left as directed. C. Stop and wait for further instructions. Answer: B. Stay in their lane and keep left as directed. A keep left sign during lane mergers indicates that drivers should stay in their lane and follow the direction to keep left, ensuring traffic flows smoothly. Question 23. What are the appropriate driver responses to a flashing yellow traffic light at an intersection? A. Proceed through the intersection without slowing down. B. Stop completely before proceeding through the intersection. C. Slow down and proceed with caution. Answer: C. Slow down and proceed with caution. A flashing yellow light signals that the driver should be cautious and proceed through the intersection with care, watching for pedestrians and other vehicles. Question 24. In what situation is it permissible for a vehicle to cross a double solid white line on the highway? A. To overtake slower vehicles. B. When entering or exiting carpool lanes where indicated by signage. C. It is never permissible to cross a double solid white line. Answer: B. When entering or exiting carpool lanes where indicated by signage. Some jurisdictions allow crossing double solid white lines specifically for carpool lane entry or exit, but only where signs or road markings indicate it's allowed. Question 25. How can drivers safely share the road with bicyclists, especially in areas without a dedicated bike lane? A. By giving bicyclists the same rights and courtesies as other vehicles. B. By honking to alert bicyclists of their presence. C. By passing bicyclists with less than a foot of clearance to ensure traffic flow. Answer: A. By giving bicyclists the same rights and courtesies as other vehicles. Drivers should share the road safely with bicyclists by giving them sufficient space, passing safely, and respecting their right to the road. Question 26. What are the legal requirements for using headlights during periods of rain, fog, or snow? A. Headlights should be used only when visibility is severely impaired. B. Headlights must be turned on 30 minutes after sunset and turned off 30 minutes before sunrise. C. Headlights must be used whenever visibility is reduced, regardless of the time of day. Answer: C. Headlights must be used whenever visibility is reduced, regardless of the time of day. Using headlights during rain, fog, or snow improves a driver's visibility and helps other road users see their vehicle. Question 27. Describe the correct action when approaching a stop sign at an intersection where your view is obstructed. A. Proceed with caution without stopping. B. Stop at the stop line, then creep forward to check for traffic. C. Drive around the stop sign to avoid stopping. Answer: B. Stop at the stop line, then creep forward to check for traffic. Drivers should first stop where the stop sign is located, then slowly move forward to gain a better view of traffic before proceeding when it is safe. Question 28. What is the protocol for passing a vehicle on the right when there are multiple lanes in the same direction? A. It is never permissible to pass on the right. B. Passing on the right is allowed when the vehicle being passed is making a left turn. C. Passing on the right is permitted in lanes designated for faster traffic. Answer: C. Passing on the right is permitted in lanes designated for faster traffic. When there are multiple lanes in the same direction, it's generally permissible to pass on the right if the lanes are clear and it's safe to do so. Question 29. Under what conditions is a driver required to yield the right-of-way to a transit bus re-entering traffic in California? A. Always, as buses have unconditional right-of-way. B. When the bus is signaling and has entered the roadway from a designated bus stop. C. Only when the bus is in a bus lane. Answer: B. When the bus is signaling and has entered the roadway from a designated bus stop. In California, drivers are required to yield to transit buses that are signaling to merge back into traffic from a stop. Question 30. How does the law regulate the turning on red from both a stop sign and a red traffic light? A. Right turns on red are always allowed after a complete stop. B. Right turns on red are permitted after stopping unless otherwise posted. Left turns on red are allowed from one one-way street to another. C. Turning on red is prohibited under all circumstances. Answer: B. Right turns on red are permitted after stopping unless otherwise posted. Left turns on red are allowed from one one-way street to another. Drivers must fully stop and yield to all traffic and pedestrians before proceeding. Question 31. What should a driver do if they accidentally enter an HOV lane without meeting the occupancy requirements? A. Continue in the HOV lane until the next exit. B. Immediately stop and wait for police instructions. C. Signal and carefully merge out of the HOV lane when safe. Answer: C. Signal and carefully merge out of the HOV lane when safe. If a driver mistakenly enters an HOV lane, they should safely merge out of it when it's possible and legal to do so. Question 32. Explain the importance of the railroad crossing sign and the steps a driver should take when encountering one. A. Ignore the sign if no train is in sight. B. Speed up to cross the tracks quickly. C. Slow down, look for trains, and be prepared to stop if necessary. Answer: C. Slow down, look for trains, and be prepared to stop if necessary. The railroad crossing sign alerts drivers to the potential danger of an approaching train, requiring caution and preparedness to stop. Question 33. What specific actions should drivers take when they see a flagman ahead sign in a work zone? A. Increase speed to pass the area quickly. B. Be prepared to stop and follow the flagman's instructions. C. Ignore the sign unless the flagman is visible. Answer: B. Be prepared to stop and follow the flagman's instructions. Upon seeing a flagman ahead sign, drivers should slow down and be ready to stop and obey any directions given by the flagman. Question 34. How can drivers ensure they are using turn lanes correctly to avoid impeding traffic flow? A. By remaining in the turn lane until the last moment. B. By merging into the turn lane well in advance of the turn. C. By using the turn lane as a passing lane to avoid congestion. Answer. B. By merging into the turn lane well in advance of the turn. This action ensures that drivers are prepared to make their turn without disrupting the flow of traffic. Question 35. What are the consequences for not adhering to a do not pass sign on a two-lane highway? A. A warning for the first offense. B. Fines and potential points on your driving record. C. No consequences, as enforcement is rare. Answer. B. Fines and potential points on your driving record. Ignoring a do not pass sign is a traffic violation that can result in fines and points on a driver's record, reflecting the seriousness of the offense. Question 36. What factors should a driver consider when deciding whether to slow down or stop upon approaching a yield sign? A. The speed and distance of approaching traffic. B. The time of day. C. Whether other drivers are also yielding. Answer. A. The speed and distance of approaching traffic. When encountering a yield sign, drivers should assess the speed and distance of oncoming traffic to decide safely whether to slow down or stop. Question 37. What precautions must be observed when driving near a school zone with active children present? A. Increase speed to reduce time spent in the school zone. B. Honk to alert children to your presence. C. Slow down and obey all posted speed limits and signs. Answer. C. Slow down and obey all posted speed limits and signs. Drivers should be particularly cautious in school zones, reducing speed and being prepared to stop for children crossing the road. Question 38. Explain the correct procedure for making a right turn at an intersection that has a no parking anytime sign. A. The sign does not affect turning procedures. B. Make the turn quickly without signaling. C. Signal your intention, check for pedestrians and bicyclists, and turn when safe. Answer. C. Signal your intention, check for pedestrians and bicyclists, and turn when safe. A no parking anytime sign does not affect the procedure for making a turn, but drivers should always signal and ensure the way is clear. Question 39. What are the guidelines for adjusting speed when a posted distances sign indicates the steep downgrade ahead? A. Maintain current speed. B. Increase speed to descend the grade more quickly. C. Reduce speed and use a lower gear if driving a manual transmission vehicle. Answer. C. Reduce speed and use a lower gear if driving a manual transmission vehicle. When approaching a steep downgrade, reducing speed and using a lower gear can help maintain control of the vehicle. Question 40. How should drivers interpret and react to a bike lane sign when planning to turn right at an intersection? A. The bike lane does not affect right turns. B. Check for bicyclists, signal, and merge into the bike lane before turning. C. Never turn right when a bike lane is present. Answer. B. Check for bicyclists, signal, and merge into the bike lane before turning. When planning to turn right where a bike lane is present, drivers must check for bicyclists, signal their intention to turn, and safely merge into the bike lane if necessary before making the turn. Question 41. What is the correct procedure when the traffic signal is not functioning at an intersection? A. Proceed with caution without stopping. B. Treat the intersection as if it is controlled by a stop sign. C. Wait for a police officer to direct traffic. Answer. B. Treat the intersection as if it is controlled by a stop sign. When traffic signals are not functioning, drivers should treat the intersection as a four-way stop, taking turns to proceed safely. Question 42. How should you proceed if approaching an intersection and the dedicated left turn signal changes to solid yellow? A. Accelerate to complete the turn quickly. B. Stop immediately, even if you are in the intersection. C. Prepare to stop or complete the turn if you are in the intersection. Answer. C. Prepare to stop or complete the turn if you are in the intersection. A solid yellow turn signal indicates that the light is about to change to red, so you should complete your turn if safely in the intersection or prepare to stop if not. Question 43. What are the legal requirements when sharing the road with a transit bus re-entering traffic from a bus stop? A. Buses always have the right of way. B. Yield to the bus if it is signaling to enter the traffic flow. C. Do not yield to buses under any circumstances. Answer. B. Yield to the bus if it is signaling to enter the traffic flow. Drivers should allow buses re-entering traffic from a stop the right of way, facilitating smooth and safe traffic flow. Question 44. In what situations is it required to use your vehicle's headlights during daylight hours? A. Only during rain, snow, or fog. B. Whenever visibility is reduced to less than 500 feet. C. Headlights are not required during daylight hours. Answer. B. Whenever visibility is reduced to less than 500 feet, using headlights during daylight hours when visibility is reduced, such as in bad weather, helps improve visibility and safety. Question 45. Describe the actions a driver should take upon encountering a funeral procession. A. Join the procession to reach your destination faster. B. Yield and do not interrupt or pass the procession. C. Sound your horn as a sign of respect. Answer. B. Yield and do not interrupt or pass the procession. Drivers should show respect and not interfere with a funeral procession, allowing it to proceed uninterrupted. Question 46. What does it mean if you see a white painted curb near a sidewalk? A. Loading zone for passengers or mail only. B. No stopping, standing, or parking. C. Parking for a limited time as posted. Answer. A. Loading zone for passengers or mail only. A white painted curb typically designates a loading zone where vehicles can briefly stop to load or unload passengers or mail. Question 47. How should you react to aggressive drivers or instances of road rage from other drivers? A. Respond with similar aggression to assert your rights. B. Ignore the behavior and keep a safe distance. C. Pull over and confront the aggressive driver. Answer. B. Ignore the behavior and keep a safe distance. The safest response to aggressive driving or road rage is to avoid engaging, maintain a safe distance, and continue driving calmly. Question 48. What are the implications of accumulating points on your driving record in California? A. Increased insurance rates only. B. Possible suspension or revocation of your driver's license. C. No significant implications. Answer. B. Possible suspension or revocation of your driver's license. Accumulating too many points on your driving record in a specific period can lead to the suspension or revocation of your driving privileges. Question 49. Describe the legal obligations for drivers when a do not pass sign is posted on a highway. A. The sign is advisory and passing is at the driver's discretion. B. Drivers may pass if no oncoming traffic is visible. C. Drivers must not pass other vehicles in areas where this sign is posted. Answer. C. Drivers must not pass other vehicles in areas where this sign is posted. The do not pass sign indicates a no passing zone due to safety concerns, and drivers are legally obligated to comply. Question 50. When is it permissible for vehicles to occupy in HOV lane? A. Only during off-peak hours. B. When the vehicle meets the minimum occupancy requirements. C. Any vehicle can use the HOV lane for a toll. Answer. B. When the vehicle meets the minimum occupancy requirements. HOV lanes are designated for vehicles with a high number of occupants to promote carpooling and reduce traffic. Vehicles must meet these requirements to use the lane. Question 51. What precautions should be taken when driving through an area marked with a deer crossing sign? A. Speed up to clear the area more quickly. B. Be alert and watch for deer at the roadside. C. The sign is for informational purposes only and requires no action. Answer. B. Be alert and watch for deer at the roadside. In areas where deer are common, drivers should be extra vigilant, especially at dawn and dusk when deer are most active. Question 52. Explain the significance of a solid white line on the right edge of a highway. A. Indicates a no passing zone. B. Marks the edge of the roadway and the boundary for vehicles. C. Signifies that lane changes are prohibited. Answer. B. Marks the edge of the roadway and the boundary for vehicles. A solid white line on the right edge of a highway helps drivers stay within the bounds of the road, especially at night or in poor visibility. Question 53. How should a driver adjust their speed when driving a school zone? A. Maintain the same speed as in other areas. B. Increase speed to minimize traffic congestion. C. Reduce speed according to posted signs during school hours. Answer. C. Reduce speed according to posted signs during school hours. Speed limits are typically reduced in school zones during arrival and dismissal times to protect the safety of children. Question 54. What steps must be taken when making a right turn at an intersection where bicyclists are present? A. Signal, check for bicyclists and yield before turning. B. Honk to alert bicyclists of your intention to turn. C. Bicyclists must always yield to vehicles turning right. Answer. A. Signal, check for bicyclists and yield before turning. Drivers should be especially cautious to avoid cutting off bicyclists when making right turns. Question 55. What are the specific actions required by California law when changing lanes on a freeway? A. Signal at least 100 feet before changing lanes. B. Change lanes rapidly to avoid slowing down traffic. C. Ensure the lane change is necessary for safety reasons only. Answer. A. Signal at least 100 feet before changing lanes. California law requires drivers to signal their intention to change lanes well in advance, allowing other drivers to adjust accordingly. Question 56. Describe the priority rules when two vehicles arrive at an uncontrolled T intersection. A. The vehicle on the through road has the right of way. B. The vehicle arriving first has the right of way. C. The vehicle turning right has the right of way. Answer. A. The vehicle on the through road has the right of way. At T intersections without traffic control devices, vehicles on the through road have priority over vehicles on the terminating road. Question 57. What does a flashing red traffic light at an intersection indicate? A. The intersection is temporarily closed. B. Proceed with caution without stopping. C. Stop completely and proceed when safe, as if at a stop sign. Answer. C. Stop completely and proceed when safe, as if at a stop sign. A flashing red light functions like a stop sign, requiring drivers to come to a full stop and proceed only when it's safe. Question 58. How does California law address leaving children unattended in a vehicle? A. It's permitted for up to 10 minutes. B. It's illegal to leave children under a certain age unattended. C. Parents have discretion over leaving children unattended. Answer. B. It's illegal to leave children under a certain age unattended. California law prohibits leaving children unattended in a vehicle, with specific age limits and conditions to prevent harm. Question 59. Under what conditions is it legal to drive on the shoulder of the road to pass another vehicle? A. When the vehicle ahead is turning left and you have ample shoulder space. B. It is never legal to use the shoulder to pass another vehicle. C. During heavy traffic to alleviate congestion. Answer. B. It is never legal to use the shoulder to pass another vehicle. Driving on the shoulder is generally prohibited and reserved for emergencies and authorized vehicles. Question 60. Explain the responsibilities of a driver when their vehicle breaks down on a freeway. A. Stay in the vehicle and wait for help. B. Move the vehicle to the shoulder if possible and signal distress. C. Attempt to fix the vehicle in the nearest lane. Answer: B. Move the vehicle to the shoulder if possible and signal distress. For safety, drivers should move a broken down vehicle out of traffic and use hazard lights or other signals to indicate the need for assistance. Question 61. How should you respond to a flagman ahead sign while driving in a construction zone? A. Speed up to get past the area quickly. B. Ignore the sign unless the flagman is directly visible. C. Slow down, obey the sign, and be prepared to follow the flagman's directions. Answer: C. Slow down, obey the sign, and be prepared to follow the flagman's directions. It's important to reduce speed and be ready to adhere to any instructions given by the flagman for safety in construction zones. Question 62. What is the correct action for a driver when approaching a crosswalk with a blind pedestrian waiting to cross? A. Continue driving, as the pedestrian will wait for no traffic sound before crossing. B. Honk to alert the pedestrian of your presence. C. Stop and give the right-of-way to the pedestrian. Answer: C. Stop and give the right-of-way to the pedestrian. Drivers must always yield to pedestrians at crosswalks, especially to those who are blind, and may rely on traffic sounds to gauge safety to cross. Question 63. Describe how to properly secure a load on a vehicle to prevent items from falling onto the roadway. A. Use only light materials that can't cause damage if they'd fall. B. Ensure the load is balanced, but securing is not necessary. C. Use ropes, nets, or straps to secure the load tightly. Answer: C. Use ropes, nets, or straps to secure the load tightly. Properly securing a load with appropriate restraints is crucial to prevent accidents or road debris. Question 64. What measures should a driver take when approaching an area where wildlife is active and may enter the roadway? A. Increase speed to minimize the time in the area. B. Pay attention and be ready to stop if necessary. C. Wildlife rarely enters roadways, so no special measures are needed. Answer: B. Pay attention and be ready to stop if necessary. Drivers should be alert and prepared to stop, especially in areas known for active wildlife, to prevent collisions. Question 65. What does a no parking anytime sign indicate about stopping and parking rules at that location? A. Parking is allowed for up to 15 minutes. B. Stopping to load or unload passengers is permitted. C. No stopping, standing, or parking at any time. Answer: C. No stopping, standing, or parking at any time. This sign clearly prohibits any form of parking at the location to ensure traffic flow or access is not obstructed. Question 66. How should drivers adjust their driving in response to adverse weather conditions like heavy rain or snow? A. Drive at the posted speed limit regardless of conditions. B. Increase speed to reduce time spent in poor conditions. C. Reduce speed, increase following distance, and use headlights. Answer: C. Reduce speed, increase following distance, and use headlights. In adverse weather conditions, it's crucial to adjust driving to ensure safety by reducing speed, increasing the distance to the vehicle ahead, and improving visibility with headlights. Question 67. What are the legal consequences of refusing a chemical test when suspected of DUI in California? A. No consequences if you pass a field sobriety test. B. Mandatory participation in a driving safety course. C. Automatic license suspension and possible fines. Answer: C. Automatic license suspension and possible fines. Refusing a chemical test when suspected of DUI in many jurisdictions, including California, can lead to automatic penalties, such as license suspension and fines. Question 68. Describe the protocol for a driver when a school bus is stopped on the opposite side of a divided highway. A. Stop and wait until the bus resumes moving. B. Proceed with caution as the divided highway does not require stopping. C. Pass the bus at a speed exceeding 30 miles per hour. Answer. B. Proceed with caution as the divided highway does not require stopping. On a divided highway, vehicles on the opposite side of a physical barrier or median are not required to stop for a school bus with flashing lights, but should always proceed with caution. Question 69. What is the purpose of a bike lane sign, and how does it affect vehicle traffic? A. To indicate a lane dedicated to bicyclists, where vehicle encroachment is prohibited. B. To suggest that vehicles should share all lanes equally with bicycles. C. To notify drivers that bicycles are not allowed on the roadway. Answer. A. To indicate a lane dedicated to bicyclists, where vehicle encroachment is prohibited. A bike lane sign designates a portion of the roadway for exclusive use by bicyclists, improving safety for all road users. Question 70. How should a driver interpret and react to a yield ahead sign? A. Accelerate to merge into traffic quickly. B. Be prepared to reduce speed and yield to oncoming traffic or pedestrians. C. Ignore the sign if the road appears clear. Answer. B. Be prepared to reduce speed and yield to oncoming traffic or pedestrians. A yield ahead sign warns of an upcoming yield sign, signaling drivers to be ready to slow down and yield as necessary. Question 71. Explain the correct use of a center left turn lane on a busy street. A. For overtaking slower vehicles when traffic is heavy. B. As a waiting area to make a left turn or to merge into traffic when turning left from a driveway. C. For parking during off-peak hours. Answer. B. As a waiting area to make a left turn or to merge into traffic when turning left from a driveway. The center left turn lane is designed to facilitate left turns from either direction of the roadway, not for overtaking or parking. Question 72. What actions should be taken if you are involved in a minor collision with no injuries? A. Leave the vehicles in place until police arrive. B. Move the vehicles out of traffic if possible, then exchange information and report the accident. C. Drive away if damage appears minimal. Answer. B. Move the vehicles out of traffic if possible, then exchange information and report the accident. In the case of a minor collision without injuries, it's important to clear the roadway if possible and then follow the proper procedures for exchanging information and reporting. Question 73. How does the law regulate the use of headphones or earbuds while driving? A. Headphones are allowed as long as they are used in one ear only. B. The use of headphones or earbuds while driving is prohibited. C. Headphones connected to a built-in car audio system are permitted. Answer. B. The use of headphones or earbuds while driving is prohibited. Using headphones or earbuds can distract drivers and is generally illegal to ensure that drivers can hear emergency vehicles and other important sounds. Question 74. Describe the required actions when driving near a stationary emergency vehicle displaying flashing lights on the roadside. A. Move over to another lane if safely possible or slow down. B. Maintain speed and lane position to ensure traffic flow. C. Stop and wait for instructions from the emergency personnel. Answer. A. Move over to another lane if safely possible or slow down. Drivers are required to move over or slow down to provide a safe buffer for emergency responders working on the roadside. Question 75. What is the appropriate response to encountering a keep left sign during road construction or lane closures? A. Merge right as soon as possible. B. Keep to the left of the obstacle or construction zone as directed by the sign. C. Stop and wait for construction to clear. Answer. B. Keep to the left of the obstacle or construction zone as directed by the sign. When you see a keep left sign, you should stay left of the designated area. ensuring safety and compliance with traffic flow directives around the construction or closure.